Stephen King's Storm of the Century was a 1999 miniseries written by Stephen King, and this is based on an original screenplay that was written from the beginning. So, unlike most of Stephen King's other miniseries, this is not based on a Stephen King novel, but he wrote it from the very beginning. And this premiered back on the ABC network in 1999. So, in Storm of the Century, we start off at the beginning of the movie with a very powerful blizzard hits the small town of Little Tall Island, which is also the setting of Dolores Claiborne off the coast of Maine. So, and the storm is very powerful that all access off the island is blocked and no one is able to leave the island until the storm is over. So, while trying to deal with the storm, tragedy strikes when one of the town's residents, in the form of Miss Clarendon, is brutally murdered by Andre Linoge, who is this menacing stranger who appears to know the town members' darkest secrets. And he gives no hints of his motives, other than the cryptic statement, "Give me what I want, go away, and I'll go away." But when he kills Mrs. Clarendon first, he says the classic line, "Born in sin, come on in." But, so what happens is we have Mike Anderson, who is the constable of the isolated island. He faces this challenge to bring in Andre Linoge, who is a sinister stranger, who is also the devil incarnate, who, in which you, if you spell it differently, his name Linoge is basically Legion, and so what happens? He uses that knowledge to drive some of the locals to kill, and some for suicide. And with each event, he repeats his demand. And whatever he wants is more horrifyingly still. But what he really wants is a child to take his place and do his little bidding. Because he is basically older and dying, pretty much. Storm of the Century is definitely one of my favorite Stephen King films, and one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations to watch. I love Storm of the Century. It was a pretty great miniseries. Now, I was just a little bit taller when this came out in 1999 because I was born the year after. No, I was born the year before, because 1998. Scratch that. Born in 1998. And this came on the ABC network from February 14th to February 18th, so it was 3-night events. I gotta tell you, good times back then with this. And Storm of the Century, this is definitely a good one to watch. The acting in this movie is in this miniseries is worth it. Tim Daly as Mike Anderson, I really like his character. He is our narrator, but he is also the main guy that you are following the movie along with, who you root for in terms of your characters. The rest of the cast is good too. Debrah Farentino is Molly Anderson, the wife. Ralphie, of course. Jeffrey DeMunn. A young Spencer Breslin, of course. Ron Perkins. Julianne, Nicholson, Casey, Siemaszko. All the acting from the townspeople is really great. And they all do a hell of a job in their roles, including a young Jeremy Jordan, who I recognize from Supergirl and from Joyful Noise. But he got his start here, so that was nice to see. but we can't talk about Storm of the Century and not talk about Linoge himself. Colm Feore is Andre Linoge. This one of the best Stephen King villains that Stephen King has ever written, besides Annie Wilkes and Randall Flagg, so on. But it's something about Linoge that I really like. He's sinister. He basically wants he wants a child to do his bidding. But when you get to that in the third part of the miniseries, it is very much a very sad thing when we get to that last part of the miniseries. If you've seen the miniseries, you know what I'm talking about. But everything Linoge does, there is a reason why. He basically does all the usual things, driving some of the local people in the town crazy. One involving this one girl and this one guy. And so yeah, he just drive people to commit suicides, inflict terrifying dreams. There's this one dream that I really like where he's pretends to be a news reporter, but it's not really him. It's just one of the news announcers just saying all the news stuff. And then the one line he says is like, "Billy, you're too damn short to play basketball." That cracked me up. But all of the acting is great. The direction and the writing is great. Stephen King, he's one of the best. So he wrote himself a good one, as always. The music is really good, and the way the movie looks for a TV miniseries on ABC, it looks really good. But also, The Stand looked great just a couple of years before that for this, because that was 1994. But yeah, my only real gripe with Storm of the Century is the downbeat ending. But I kind of knew that it was gonna have to play out like that. But in Daylight, I know better. But yeah, that's kind of the only real gripe about it. So, if you are looking to see another Stephen King movie that is not Pennywise or not Misery, I would suggest Storm of the Century if you can find it. It is on YouTube for free, so I will find a link to Storm of the Century and put it down below. And you can also find this on Amazon on DVD and VHS. I'm not sure if this is on Blu-ray yet, but I will give Storm of the Century better than Vampire Academy. This is definitely one of Stephen King's best. Let me know what you guys think of Storm of the Century down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I will see you guys in the next one. You guys keep it cool, enjoying the epitaskness.